Rejecting the Sabbath is playing with eternal fire. The world scoffs at the idea of divine judgment. Many churches preach grace without obedience. And yet the Bible is clear. Rejecting the Sabbath is not a minor mistake. It is rebellion against God's law. And according to Scripture, it is playing with eternal fire. The fourth commandment is not an option. It's not a suggestion. It is one of the 10 holy commandments spoken by the voice of God and written with his own finger in stone. Exodus 28:11 commands, "Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. The seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God." God blessed and sanctified the seventh day at creation, Genesis chapter 2:2-3. That day was set apart before sin entered the world. It was not given to Jews alone. It was given to mankind as a sign of allegiance to the Creator. Jesus kept the Sabbath, Luke 4:16. He declared, "The Son of Man is Lord also of the Sabbath," Mark 2:28. The apostles kept the Sabbath, not Sunday, long after his resurrection, Acts 17:2, Acts 18:4. There is not one verse in the Bible that changes the Sabbath to Sunday. So where did Sunday worship come from? In 321 AD, Emperor Constantine, a sun worshipper, enacted the first civil Sunday law. "On the venerable day of the sun, let all people rest." Later, the Roman Catholic Church took credit for the change. Sunday is our mark of authority. The Church is above the Bible, and this transference of Sabbath observance is proof of that fact. Catholic Record, Septuagint 1, 1923. Sunday worship is a tradition of men, not a command of God. So what does the Bible say about rejecting God's commandments? Hebrews 10:26 warns, "For if we sin willfully after that we have received the knowledge of the truth, there remaineth no more sacrifice for sins." When you know the truth and reject it, you place yourself under God's judgment. Isaiah 66:15-16 says, "For behold, the Lord will come with fire, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh." And in Revelation 14:9-10, the warning is even more severe. "If any man worship the beast and his image, he shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, and shall be tormented with fire and brimstone." This is not about casual disobedience. This is about worship, about whose authority you recognize, God's or man's. In the end, only those who keep all 10 commandments will be saved. Revelation 14:12 identifies the remnant. Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus. So here is the challenge. Disprove that the Sabbath was blessed at creation. Disprove that Jesus and his disciples kept it. Disprove that Sunday worship originated with Rome. Disprove that end-time prophecy ties worship to judgment by fire. Disprove that rejecting the Sabbath is rejecting God. You can't. To reject the Sabbath is to break God's law. To break his law knowingly is to rebel against his authority, and rebellion brings fire. Revelation 21:8 says, "The fearful and unbelieving and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone." You cannot mock God and expect to escape judgment. Rejecting the Sabbath is playing with eternal fire. But God is still calling. His hand is extended. The Sabbath is his sign. Will you accept it or burn with the world?